The gentlelady from Michigan is recognized for 4 minutes.
I certainly thank the gentleman for yielding, and I rise in support of the rule and the underlining resolution. And Mr. Speaker, the ultimate law of our great nation is not just the important work that we undertake here in the House. Above all else, it is the Constitution that we all swear to preserve, to protect, and to defend. Above everything, it is the Constitution. And the first words of the Constitution, Article 1, Section 1, are the following: all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives. It doesn't just say some, it says all legislative powers are vested in the Congress of the United States. No other entity of our federal government has the power to write law, not the executive branch or the judicial branch, only Congress. Article 1, Section 7 states the following: every bill which shall have passed the House of Representatives and the Senate shall, before it becomes a law, be presented to the President of the United States. If he approves, he shall sign it, but if not, he shall return it. So if he approves, it shall become law. If not, he vetoes the law and sends it back to Congress. Nowhere is the President given the authority to rewrite the law on his own. And Article 2, Section 3, placed the following responsibility with the President: he shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed. Mr. Speaker, this resolution asks the third branch of government, the judicial branch, to solve the problems arising from the President's failure to faithfully execute the law. Specifically, aspects of the Affordable Care Act as he is required in Article 2, Section 3, and to have exercised power expressly given to Congress to write the law under Article 1. Mr. Speaker, the founders, in their genius, put in place the system of checks and balances for a very, very important purpose, which is to make certain that no one person could both impose and then enforce the law, because that type of action amounts to tyranny, Mr. Speaker, tyranny. And in short, we have no king in this nation. In America, we have a president. We do not have a king. And Mr. Speaker, as a representative of the people of the 10th District of Michigan and someone who is sworn to preserve, to protect, and defend the Constitution, I believe strongly that I have a responsibility to support this resolution so that the courts can affirm the legislative power is vested in this House, in the People's House, not in the White House. And as the chairman of the Committee on House Administration, I will have the responsibility to verify that any contracts with those who will litigate this case comport with the rules of the House. That is a responsibility I take very, very seriously. And as such, many on the minority side have asked, how much will this cost? My answer is, we don't know yet, because no contracts have been negotiated, and we don't know how long such litigation will take to conclude. But the question I would ask is, what price do you put on the adherence to the rule of law? And what price do you place on the continuation of our system of checks and balances? And Mr. Speaker, what price do you put on the Constitution of the United States? And my answer to each is priceless. Priceless, Mr. Speaker. And I'm certain that this process will move forward with due diligence, that it will be conducted within the rules of this House, and it is my firm hope that in the end, the courts will uphold the constitutional principles that are the bedrock upon which our great nation has been built. I yield back.